I'd like to thank my sponsor, TA and Petro, best truck stops in the country. What's up? I missed what that said. Camera quality is looking what? Better? Well, of course that fight was pathetic. I fucking tore my pec within the fucking first 30 seconds of throwing punches, you dumbass. What'd you expect it to be? Take my truck to the Capitol. I ain't looking for any trouble. Man, these comments are going fucking fast. I can't read them all. Oh. So the chest is still a little bit sore, but and the bicep is still a little bit sore too. But now that it's getting better, I can actually feel the pain back here in my rotator cuff. Whew. I didn't even feel that the very first couple days until the pain in the chest and the bicep got better. Have you benched since your tear? Fuck no. I haven't done shit. Do you want a rematch? Here's what I did. I returned those boxing gloves to where I bought them and got an in-store gift card. Because I actually bought them online, but and they got delivered. But I went to a Dick's Sporting Goods and I just said, hey, I got these as a gift. I don't have the receipt. So they gave me a gift card to use in the store, and I returned those motherfuckers. I'm never putting boxing gloves on ever again, because if someone wants to talk shit and they're nowhere near me and I can't get at them, fuck it. I'm not setting anything up for the fucking future. Let shit talkers on the internet talk shit. And if someone talks shit in front of me and they're in my face, I'm certainly not going to put on boxing gloves. So that's my new strategy. You'll just tear your other pec. That's a good one. See, I like it when you guys are actually funny. Bring wasp spray. That's a good one. Have you cut back on drinking? Well, not this week. Jay's the only outlaw left. Yeah. Did you underestimate Adam? No, not at all. I just overestimated what I could do with my 51-year-old tendons, soon to be 52-year-old tendons. I'm going to be 52 in 2 months. And those wild fucking haymaker hooks are just too much for this old body. Anyway, new topic. Where's the piss bottles at? I got an hour. The reason you guys don't know what happened to me the night before. I got my truck towed at Walmart. And if you guys remember, Adam insisted it be at 11 o'clock. Remember when, right before I chest bumped him, when that weasel said, I got all day, Jay, why are you making excuses? If he had all day, why couldn't we have done that at 4 o'clock when Andrew got off work? And why couldn't we reschedule it and get a boxing gym? So Adam's a little fucking liar, and everyone knows that. So that's all I have to say about that. Are you still on a cycle or just cruising? I'm just cruising because I'm due to give blood this weekend. I gave blood, I believe, the day before Labor Day. And because I do a double red blood cell donation, it's every 12 weeks, not every 8 weeks. And I believe I'm eligible to give blood, do another red blood cell donation January 7th, which I think is Thursday. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's my plan. You know, why shoot up a bunch of gear if you're going to go give red blood cells? You guys are only saying half the quote with that get away from me. If you guys listen to that video very carefully, I tell him, get away from me or these gloves are coming off. Meaning if he was going to attack a one-armed man, I was going to take my gloves off and fucking punch him in the face with bare knuckles. No, the purpleness is all gravity. Gravity has removed all that blood from my chest. All that blood moved down underneath my armpit. What's your cruise? I only did 250 mgs of test-cypionate. My last shot was Sunday. I think I did 250 test-cypionate. Gravity is why you can't see your doodle. Oh, that's true. But I don't know if I could see my doodle even if I was in space. So. Honky Tonk Man tore his pec opening a door. I didn't tell the park ranger I was going to box. I said we were going to do some sparring because I thought that would make him go away. Sparring is not fighting. Sparring is training. You idiots love to twist my words around. Thoughts on interracial marriage? I guess if there's a baby, it's probably necessary. So that's about the only good thing I got to say about it. If there's a baby, I guess you should get married, because what's worse than a biracial baby? A bastard biracial baby. So yeah, I believe in interracial marriage if there's a child. No, I did not tell Adam at his car that I wanted to call off the fight. When I walked over to Adam's car and Adam and I had a private conversation, Rob Zilla was lurking in the next parking spot. And I'm glad he was, because I almost said big Robzilla. Robzilla overheard everything. And when I walked up to Adam, the best I can recollect Adam's exact words, as close as I can get them, Adam asked me, do you want to have a conversation, or do you want to go act like animals for the camera? And I said, what are you talking about? And he's like, do you want to have a conversation, or do you want to go act like animals? And my reply was simply, as best as I can recall it, we are having a conversation, but we can't let the fans down. And obviously, we talked a little bit more than that, but as far as the gist of it, and as far as close to exact quotes, that's about as close as it gets. Adam said, Jay, do you want to have a conversation, or do you want to go over there and act like animals in front of the camera? And I said, we are having a conversation, but we can't let the fans down. That was what went down. And hopefully tonight on the podcast, Robzilla will back me up. Oh. Jay, fight me next. I'm not doing any premeditated fights. I'm not worried about internet people. I'm not going to fucking challenge people on the web that live 1,000 miles away. And I'm not boxing. I'm not buying boxing gloves. I'm not renting a ring. But hey, you get a plane ticket and come to fucking Delray Beach, Florida the next time I'm there, and you get in my face, I'm just going to sucker punch you, because I have the conditioning for a good sucker punch. That jug fits like 4 tall boy steel reserves. I don't know how many ounces this is. It's like a 52 ouncer or something. I don't know. What's happening at the Capitol? I personally believe those are imposters, because if you look at what they're wearing, they all have red. Well, not all, but most of them simply put on a red MAGA hat, Make America Great Again hat. They're not dressed, like it looks like they bought the cheapest thing they could buy and the easiest thing they could buy to look like a Trump supporter. And they all look like fucking, they all look like fucking vegans. In those videos of those people storming the Capitol building, did you see any badasses? I'm just wondering. I didn't see much of it. From what I saw, they looked like liberals to me, dressed up with red MAGA hats. Conservative Muscle, I don't need to go live on Instagram anymore. I'm pretty much going to be full-time on YouTube. Oh. Jay, what does it feel like to lick your own wounds? It sucks. My pec is doing incredible. I'm at the point now where my bicep actually hurts more than my pec. And my outside rotator cuff tendon behind my rear delt hurts more than my pec. So I think the pec is going to be just fine. What do you think about Adam's appearance appearances on the podcast. Good for him. I heard he's going to be there again tonight filming for the Big Lenny channel. I don't care. You know, Brad owns that podcast equipment. Delray Misfits money, I do not think paid for that podcast equipment. Andrew didn't pay for it. I'm 99% sure Brad Murray paid for that podcast equipment out of his own pocket. So I'm never going to be on the podcast ever again. So fuck it. Let Adam become a fucking regular. Doesn't matter to me one bit. I'm not going to be on it. Can you squat? Yeah. Actually, right now, I don't think I could get my left hand back there with an Olympic bar, but I could do squats with a safety squat bar, no problem. Adam stole your pals. Actually, Adam has probably known Andrew longer than me, so I don't think he stole my pals. No matter what the injury, you can't stop a fight and quit. The fuck you can't. How much money was I getting paid for that fight? Fuck you. Was the tendon already weakened going into the fight? I didn't. It's not the tendon. It was definitely right up in here. You know where that some guys have that slice in between the pec and the upper pec. It was right in there, right in that area. Like I you should try to get down to 295. I'd love to. Actually, the long plan, the long game is 275, 125 kilogram. Because after this injury, I've completely given up on going for that world record in the 308 weight class. So there's no sense in being over 300 pounds if I'm not going to try and bench 545. So Adam petted deer, got Lyme. That doesn't even make sense. Right. At least I got second place. Dale would have got third. Oh. Apparently your punches did no damage. Well, that's another thing with 16-ounce gloves. They're fucking bullshit. Will you ever do cardio? Yeah, I've been riding the recumbent bike. I rode the recumbent bike about 3 times a week for a month. I know that ain't shit, but that's all I did. Yeah, I don't have a dude. I don't know if Lenny videotaped it, but after the pec tear, after all the fucking everything calmed down, I walked over to Adam and we knuckle bumped. We're good, man. I don't want to let Adam deal with what Adam's got to deal with. You know, I heard he got leukemia that came back after 5 years. I didn't watch the podcast. Just people are telling me Adam's leukemia came back. You know, I wish him the best. I mean, obviously, I don't want anybody to die of cancer. So Adam's got bigger things to worry about than the goddamn, you know, Delray Misfits and Jay Masters and Brad Murray. So let Adam be Adam and I'll be me, and life goes on, brah. Who really gives 2 fucks? You lost to a guy with cancer. Oh. None of the Misfits can stand you. I seem to be on pretty good terms with Lenny and Andrew. I don't know. Maybe you know something I don't know. I don't know. I talk to Lenny once in a while. About once a week, I talk to Lenny. I talk to Andrew, 2 or 3 times a week. We need cigarettes. I got some Chesterfields. Want me to open them? Do you talk to Genova? No, I haven't talked to Jason in ages. But yeah, I talk to Andrew quite regularly. And Lenny, I talk to a little bit less because Lenny is somewhat hard to get a hold of. I know Freudian Lenny, that I'm an easy psychological read. It's so funny. Jay Hall will be forgiven if you KO Pinworm Nate. Nate could probably crush me in boxing. That guy's in good shape. See, that's the thing about boxing, is it levels the playing field for the smaller man. And the bigger man, who's in not as good of physical cardiovascular conditioning, it puts him at a drastic disadvantage. They're not excuses, Leather Daddy. It's just facts. You put 16-ounce gloves on a real big guy against a 200-pound guy. The 200-pound, you just leveled the playing field. You took out the ground and pound aspect where the bigger man would have an advantage. You took, with 16-ounce gloves, you take away the fucking knockout factor, which takes away the big guy's advantage. Boxing completely levels the playing field and actually gives an advantage to the smaller man that's in better condition. Anyone who refutes that is fucking ignorant. Boxing is about having long arms and a short torso. I never thought about the short torso aspect. I wouldn't want to box a guy that's 6'4". I don't care how fucking short his torso is. I mean, I think the average street fight winds up on the ground within about 15 seconds. So boxing is not in a big man's favor. And anyone thinks it is stupid. Short torso for head movement and changing levels, okay? See, I really don't know much about boxing. I proved that. Why we look at any pro boxer, they're split high. I don't know what that means. Like built like Evander Holyfield? McChampion, I like that. McCuck should get himself a big WWE belt. He's the Delray Misfits Intercontinental Waffle House champion of boxing. The bruise is all the way down here in my forearm from my bicep. See, the bicep is pretty clean. All the blood's down here now. And the same thing with the pec. All the blood is down here, low. Boxers have sprinter calves like Big Lenny. I don't know why. Don't boxers do a lot of jump rope? I mean, Jumping rope is great for your calves. Ugh. Big J bleeds for the fans. Fuck. I'm all done doing that. So maybe this is a blessing in disguise, because if I would have gotten super juiced up and gone into a contest and tried to put up 545, who knows? Maybe I would have had a catastrophic pec failure. Who knows if this was an injury that was bound to happen? You don't really know, but fuck it. Now it's out of the question, because shit, I won't be going heavier than 225 for weeks and weeks and weeks. Please address your Cuban. The Cuban is the new Brad. Honk your truck horn. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not cool at a truck stop. Yeah, I don't want. Imagine if I would have had a Mendelssohn injury at a bench press competition. That would have been catastrophic. I could have needed surgery. So, who knows? This could be a blessing in disguise. Jay, make your own Misfits and recruit Jason. I've been training legs, Maniac, whatever you're. Since the bullshit boxing match, I've actually trained legs 3 times. And my last leg workout was Monday morning, and I did something really cookie cutter. I actually did 4 sets of 12 on the leg extension to pre-fatigue my quads. And then I did 3 sets of 12 on the hack squat to finish them off. And doing that little bullshit fucking cookie cutter workout using a bodybuilder technique of pre-fatigue, my legs grew more Monday than they have in a year. So I after an injury, you got to try different things. I noticed, from squatting, my legs were growing, but the area around the knees were staying skinny as fuck. So that's why I tried the leg extensions, to try and really get the blood flow down low and try and build some beef around my knees. Because my legs taper like a motherfucker. Lou looked fatter than you. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't want to start a beef with Lou. Super chats are active, just noticed. Yeah, super chats are active. Yeah, I basically monetized my account because I'm going to get a tripod, and I'm really going to really focus on doing gym videos where I show you guys my bench press rehab. Tyson did have big calves. Tyson had a great physique. You're worse than Blaha. Okay. Have you messed with reverse grip bench? No, I tried reverse grip bench when I was like younger, and I hated it. I'm just going to stick to what I know how to do. I've actually been looking. Have you guys seen those bench blocks? It's that foam block that goes on the bar, and it's similar to what powerlifters do, where they bench down to boards on their chest. And the block, I think, it has three different positions. One simulates 3 boards, one simulates 2 boards, and then one simulates a single board. I might order one of those bench blocks to put on the bar, so I can start benching sooner and not go all the way down and touch the chest. We'll see. I'm not even worried about anything and until I can bench press a broomstick without pain. I'm not even going to fuck around. Andrew said on the podcast that your mobility is pretty good. Yeah, it's considering how bad the blood was and how quick my pec is actually recovering. Andrew and I talked about it. Andrew brought up the idea that I may have torn a capillary in my pec, and it may have looked a lot worse than it really is. So, and because my pec is getting better so quickly, I think Andrew may be correct. I mean, I'm at the point now where my bicep and my rotator cuff hurts more than my pec. Yeah, obviously I need to get in better shape, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be doing gymnastics or wrestling anytime soon. I just want to get in shape the old-fashioned way, like Arnold did, with weights and a fucking stationary bike. Fuck it. They rigged the fight against you. Well, yeah, not having a real ring was definitely not in my favor, because I watched the video, and until I pulled that pec, every punch I threw, I was stepping forward. And I saw McCuck duck under and fucking, try and circle around. And I would have had him against the ropes. So, yeah, doing that in the park was complete bullshit, and I knew it. But McCuck made it, so McCuck really was the master of media in that whole setup, where he made it impossible for us to change the location and get a real ring, because he kept making those stupid videos on his private account. December 26th, 11 o'clock, Spanish River Park. And he wasn't being flexible. We wanted to get a ring and make it a little bit more professional. You signed the contract. Yeah, I did sign the contract. There was nothing about my social media in the contract. I think Brad and Andrew talked him out of that, honestly. Kyle was at a BLM protest. That's funny. Lou wanted to punch you. I'm sure he did. He was drinking. Lou was definitely on something. I, I don't think so. Lou looked like he was just enjoying nipping on that bottle. I don't think Lou was on drugs. Lou was on Jack Fire. What is Jack Fire? Is that like Jack Daniels, kind of like a fireball version of Jack Daniels? Sounds like a sugar bomb to me. The peck is getting better. We've already covered all. You guys are asking the same questions over and over again. Some of you guys are just must you were just too strong for your tendons. My tendon's not injured. I did not rupture a tendon. It's a minor pec tear. Kalura would have killed you in boxing. I agree with that. I seen Kalura hit that heavy bag. Kalura's a monster. But look, Kalura dropped a ton of weight. What's Kalura weigh these days? He's in good shape. Why you punch
Upcoming
like you're
violation, 14-hour
swatting
workday
flies?
limit, 11-hour driving limit.
I don't think Kalura's even 220 anymore. I thought I saw he was like 215, which is not much different than 220. I mean, you go to the Golden Corral, you're 220. Uh, are you going to rematch when you recover? No. I've been trying to spread the word that I'm not boxing anybody ever again. And, so if anybody's got a problem, they're going to have to talk shit to my face. I'm not going to respond to people talking shit on the internet. I'm not going to set up a meet in the park ever again. That worked to my disadvantage. PJ Braun would have made you a cleanup boy. Well, some of the hot chicks that PJ rolls with, I might actually enjoy that. Here's the way I look at it. Sloppy seconds. Once that once once it's inside the girl, it's part of her pussy. It's not like the guy came in your mouth. It's her pussy. Those are her juices. So whatever. It's a victimless crime. Ever done a flaming Amazon? I don't know what that is, but it sounds nasty. I'll tell you, me and two friends in high school gangbanged a chick. And no, I did not eat her out, but I did get sloppy thirds because three of us fucked this chick with no condoms, and I was third in line. So, yeah, I did come in third that day. don't care what you guys record. Stirring the porridge, is that what sloppy seconds is called? That's disgusting. But dude, I've watched some of those fuck my wife videos. Some of that shit is fucking hot. I think he's referring to Hannah Hamburg. Hamburg's going to want to fight you now. Hot Wife Triple X is hottest site for that. Jake just, hold on, someone just sent me $5. I think the way this works, I'm supposed to read their comment. Is that the etiquette on this? Well, I gotta. Jake Weber or Weber. Jay, I always used to thank Big Lenny for getting me into the gym. Now, 3 years later, at 22, I realized I was repressing my inner self and take estrogen now. Okay, Jake, thanks for the $5. Well, at least we know my super chat works. Thanks, Jake. I don't want to comment on the Capitol building because the facts aren't in right now. I personally don't think those were Trump supporters. The loser should have toured the Hoover Dam. Fuck that. Lenny was the only intelligent person that day when he refused to go to the Hoover Dam. I should have done the same thing. Is Lenny human? Yes. Lenny is very, very human. More human than human. Nice, Rob. Is that Rob Zombie? Or no, that's White Zombie, isn't it? When he was with that group, White Zombie. Did the pec tear hurt more than the leg? Yes, because when I tore my quad tendons off my bones, I was in shock. I wasn't really in much pain when I was laying on the ground saying, call 911. I really didn't feel shit that day. Should have trained before the fight. Well, yeah. You should have warmed up before the fight. Absolutely. I should have had a sweat going. I should have had sweatpants and a sweat top on at least. Who would have thought hitting a heavy bag before going into a fight would have been a good idea? Question mark. Yeah, I agree. You guys got to remember, hold on, Planet Swole just donated $5. Did you get tramadol for the pec tear? No, I'm on nothing but over-the-counter Aleve liquid gels. But thanks for the $5. You should have wore those sumo suits. Jesus Christ. You should have run at least 1 mile. I can't run a mile. I'm lucky to get 20 minutes on a recumbent bike. You versus Lenny in an Oklahoma drill. Oklahoma drills are not going to be my specialty because I believe the Oklahoma drill, the one person starts off on the ground. I could never get up off the ground. You should have thrown some jabs. Yeah, I didn't want to sit there and jab with McCuck because my biggest fear was that if I got into a little jabbing contest with McCuck, after all that fight training he paid for, McCuck would have claimed he won on fucking points. So fuck it. I went for the big knockout. I wound up tearing my own pec and whatever. No, I'm not going to order 66 that clown. I don't even want to say his name. He wants me to order 66 him. That guy only has 200 subs. So getting an order 66 from me would be the best thing that ever happened to his channel. I think that guy's a little bit autistic, honestly. Order 66, Penelope Ford. I don't even know who Penelope Ford is. Did your truck get towed? Yeah, my truck got towed on Christmas fucking Day from a Walmart. Jay, put up some more informative content. I will. Trust me. I need to get a goddamn tripod because now that I'm going to be doing some serious gym videos, you can't do it without a tripod. The Cuban can be your sidekick like Batman and Robin. Except the Cuban doesn't look as cute in short pants as Robin. Do you have weights in your truck? No. The only thing that I got bands in my truck, and I got those tire chains that I use in bad weather. That's what I've been putting on the bar in those squat videos and bench videos is tire chains. Everyone's been criticizing my chains. Well, I didn't go out and buy chains like some cookie cutter. I used what I had. Those are tractor trailer tire chains meant for the. So, maybe if I had a home gym, and people were sending me equipment. Someone would send me some real chains. Who is Lenny in the Batman universe? Oh, probably Solomon Grundy. Was Solomon Grundy that guy that was built out of rocks? Who was the guy built out of rocks? Kim Haynes thought you fight like a girl. Well, Kim, I'll kick your husband's ass. I've vaped THC before. Figure out the home part and you'll get a home gym. Actually, I'm gonna buy a motorhome before I ever rent an apartment. Kim's voice is deep as fuck. Is she on TRT? You know what? I'm not gonna comment on anything personally I know about Kim using performance enhancing drugs. How about that? No matter what's going on between me and Kim personally, I think for me to talk about her using PEDs would be really low class because that's her business, and anything she told me in the past is confidential. Solomon Grundy was originally depicted as a murder victim brought back to life as a because you're all about class. Yes. You're a man of principle now. Well, kinda. Kim Haynes looks like an old hag. That's not very nice. And I have to I'll tell you what, Kim Haynes is actually cute as fuck in person. Um, she may not be the most photogenic girl on the planet, but when you meet her in person, she's cute as fuck. Yeah, I heard Adam has cancer, but I haven't heard much about it. So if Adam's leukemia came back, what I want to know is he undergoing treatment? Like Adam, now that Adam dropped the bomb that his leukemia came out of remission after 5 years, Adam needs to come clean and tell us about his treatment plan. Otherwise, it could all be bullshit. I mean, come on, Adam. Post a video doing radiation, or I don't know what you do for chemo, blood transfusions, chemo, radiation. I don't know. Show us, Adam. Wheatgrass doesn't even work. I don't know what that means. Kim's hands. I don't have a problem with Kim. Kim has a problem with me, but I said one nasty thing because her bragging about adopting her grandkids was just getting on my last nerve. And I made that comment that, well, maybe if you would have been a better mother, you wouldn't be adopting your grandkids. You know, that's all I said. So Kim Haynes shaves her face. I don't think that's true. As far as I know, I don't even think Kim does testosterone. She admitted she does. Is that true, Chuck E. Cheese Ranch? I don't know. I mean, all women do that stupid pellet. You know, the one that the doctors will shoot into you. I mean, I know plenty of chicks that have a testosterone level of over 200 with the pellet. That's not really considered doing testosterone. When women get that pellet, they love the term bioidentical. And I've gotten in this argument with a woman before when she said, well, the testosterone I'm doing is bioidentical. And I'm like, you fucking moron. All that means is it doesn't have an ester attached. Water-based suspension is bioidentical as well. So you could be shooting up water-based test, and what you're doing is bioidentical. Will you ever travel to Europe? Fuck no. I don't even have a passport. I gotta piss. It's pissing me. Do you talk to Robzilla? Yeah, I texted Robzilla the other night. Actually, I called him first. Left him a voicemail, and he texted me back because I wanted to know if he was going to be on the podcast. Because I wanted to know if he overheard the pre-fight conversation between me and Adam. Is Rob on your side? I have no idea. I don't care about Leo longevity. Leo is extremely salty towards me because Leo was practically begging to get me on his podcast, and he pretty much got all the Misfits to go live with him and do an interview, and then I held out, and it basically at first it wasn't on purpose. We just had scheduling problems, But once I saw that going live with Leo Longevity pretty much did nothing for any of the other Misfits, I'm like, this isn't going to benefit me. This is for his channel. And he's not the kind of guy I think I want to help out. Yeah, I really don't know what to think of Leo. He started out as a real nice guy, but then once I finally turned him down and said, no, I'm not coming on, he turned on me. So I really did nothing wrong against Leo. All I did is I said, no, I'm not going on his podcast. It did nothing for the other fucking Misfits. And I'm not trying to say, maybe someone with less followers, I don't want to help you out. Like, I would love to help some people out, but you got to show some character for me to want to help you out. I don't think that's the real Big Richard. As far as that other cuck that does all those videos about me, and I'm not even going to mention his name because I definitely don't want to help out his channel. He's a complete scumbag. But that other guy who has 200 subscribers, he's a complete piece of shit. That guy is shady too. Yeah, he's worse than Leo. I would go live with Leo long before I would go live with that other fag sorry, I shouldn't say that word. Homosexual. I misspoke. Yeah, the weirdo with the beard. Web app 31. Yeah, I read your comment. It's just so long it disappears before I can read the whole thing. No, I'm never gonna box anybody ever again with gloves on. Leo is a know-it-all. I don't know. I don't watch enough of his content to know that. Adam retired you. That's kind of true, but Leo said he hates alcoholics like you. Well, his father probably touched him inappropriately when he was drunk. Most people who hate alcoholics were usually touched as a child. Leo's background has been exposed. No, I don't care enough about Leo to have his channel taken off YouTube. Live and let live. Let him talk his shit. I think everyone that goes on Leo's channel discredits themselves. I can't believe Dale Chance, who's a soon-to-be pro bodybuilder, would even ruin his reputation by going on there. Andrew, I think, went on Leo's channel first, before anybody knew what Leo was about. So you can't blame Andrew. Andrew had no idea. And Andrew's a nice guy. Andrew will help out young and aspiring YouTubers. Andrew's good like that. But after I saw Andrew on there, Brad on there, Lenny on there, I decided, you know what, this isn't for me. And Leo took huge offense to that. No, Ray from Country Crush has me blocked. Delray Ripper. I haven't heard that name in a long time. I have no idea what Adam's wife looks like. Leo and Kalura are big friends. Well, good for them. How does humble pie taste like, Jay? Dude, I'm injured. It sucks. Cut to 180. I'd be happy at 275. All right, can we stop talking about Leo? Jesus Christ. No, I have not heard from Jason Genova. Would you have abs at 275? Not quite. Leo says you're broke. Wait a minute. How could I be broke? I thought my mom gives me $500 a week. Wasn't that what Brad told Transform X, that I get $500 a week? Then everybody believed it. What's next for Jay in the gym? Pec rehab. Well, not a lot right now. I'm probably going to start out bench pressing a broomstick with some very light bands attached. Oh, someone sent me fucking $2. That's fucking great. Let's see what they had to say. Order 66 Leo Pony Cheaps, whatever that means. You guys are funny. Yeah, I think that using zero weight in a very light band is probably the way to go, so that there's no resistance at the bottom. That's why I'm thinking a broomstick with a fucking little chick band would be the best. Yeah, my truck did get towed. I went to go to my truck the morning of the fight to get my knee sleeves, and my truck was fucking gone. So I had a lot of stress that morning. That's why I said I only have an hour, because I was on the phone with my boss's mom, and she said she would have the information for me to go get my truck in an hour. The tow truck company made it so fucking difficult to get my truck back because I wasn't the actual owner. They made my boss fax them a notarized letter saying I had permission to pick up the truck. Complete bullshit. See, what tow truck companies do is they try and fuck you and make it difficult so you can't pick up your shit, so that they can charge you another day of storage. That's just their racket. Lou thought you faked injury. Yeah, I know he did, but he was also drinking. And if you watch the video, even Adam looked at my pec and said, Jay, you did hurt yourself. Check the video. Even Adam admits he could see the tear. I actually think Adam has shown a lot of class in victory, with a few exceptions of shit talking, like when he went on the podcast, which is unfortunate, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not here to say anything bad about Adam. I mean, the guy's got cancer. I mean, come on. Hold on. Cabby McKean's sent me $5. If you could go back, would you have started steroids? Oh shit, it went away so fast. Was anything Bradoff said about you true in that infamous live? I don't remember what live. Well, you can't see a tear, but you can see the immediate swelling. There wasn't any blood visible yet. In fact, I don't think I. The live stream where he talked about. Brad said in that live stream, my mom gives me $500 every week, which isn't true. But yeah, my mom does send me money once in a while. I mean, I'm here to admit right now, the Christmas card my mom gave me last week had a check in it. Does that mean I get money every week? No, it doesn't. I'm 32 and I give my mom money. That's funny. Well, most of you, since you said mum, I assume you live in the UK. And unfortunately, in socialist countries, most of you guys have more money than your parents. thought I turned my ringer off. Oh. Gabby McInnes. I don't know who that is. Jay, do you plan on cutting weight? Well, yeah, that's the plan. I'm not very good at it, but yeah, that's the plan. I'm not going to accept money to order 66 someone. Leo is making money off Lenny. Well, that's true. Lenny seems to think it's helping him get publicity, but Lenny doesn't need any help. Jay, will you... Dan P. just sent me $2.79. Thank you, Dan. I think the Capitol storming was completely planned by Antifa. Gooby, please, just sent me even less. $1.99. Your girlfriend's daughter is smoking. Hugh, Hugh. She is cute. She's also a power lifter. Send 1 cent. I hope. Can you send 1 cent? I might have to change that and make it $1 minimum. Gabby McInnes sent $2. You willing to be an online coach? At what? Boxing? No. At bench press rehab? Yeah, I'm gonna be an expert. You guys remember after the 505 for a double when I had that pec pull? I've started from scratch before. I'm gonna do it again. I don't remember how much time I took off after that pec pull I had with the 505 for a double. That wasn't as bad as this one. Cabby McInnes, strength training. I know a little bit about strength training. See, one thing you guys will notice about most online coaches is they generally lose a ton of weight before they start coaching so that they look skinny, but they appear to have a bunch of knowledge. Like they must have a PhD or something crazy. Gooby, please. Most fairies on IG pull sumo and bench 3-inch range of motion. That's exactly true. I can't get into that kind of crazy powerlifting setup for bench press that decreases your range of motion because I just don't have the flexibility or the mobility. But I agree with you. I think sumo might have some benefits for maybe working a weak area like your hips, your glutes, or your quads. But as far as using it in competition, I think it's bullshit. Hold on, here's a comment from Cornelius. Wrestling simulation. I agree. Cornelius is actually good. Took back Dale's back. Didn't react to the diet. What? Well, here's something. What you got to understand about Cornelius. He claims to have some kind of crazy 7-something deadlift at a very low body weight, like 181 or 165, which when I was a teenager would have been world class. But nowadays it seems like anyone on Instagram can pull 700 nowadays. So time has kind of passed Cornelius by. Oh, I'm going to have plenty of tips on bench rehab. I'm going to be doing more chains and more bands on this rehab than some of you guys that are old school are going to be able to tolerate. But I think for injury rehab, if you're not using chains and bands, you're missing the boat. Especially for knees. The best thing you can do for a knee injury is box squats with a safety squat bar with chains attached, period. There's Cabby McInnes again. Why do you care so much about bench? You have nothing left to prove. Why not focus on getting in shape and mobile? Well, that's a good question. What really I'm never going to be a good squatter again. Like with an Olympic bar, my best squat to date with no chains or no bands and just an Olympic bar with dead weight on it is 225 for a triple. And after my surgery, I said my goal was 225 for a couple of sets of 12. Because I read, and I don't know if it's true, it could be bullshit. Remember, never trust what a bodybuilder says. And Jay Cutler claims all he does now for legs is 225 for a couple of sets of 12. And he said he's able to keep all his leg mass with just 225 for a couple of sets of 12. So after my leg injury, I was like, you know what? I'm going to squat 225 for 12. And I did 3 a while back. And then I got into the safety squat bar thing and throwing chains and bands on there. And I haven't been able to get back to an Olympic bar squat and do more than 3 reps. And then this damn pec thing came along, so I can't get my hand underneath an Olympic bar for a real squat. But I'm convinced that I could probably, if my pec would let me get under an Olympic bar, I think I could squat 225 for 12 Saturday. Just squat 315 for 2 sets of 6. I'm not really ready for 315. I mean, I did my best leg press last week since the knee injury, and I did it on was it a pre-core or I think it was a pre-core, a Life Fitness or a Hammer Strength leg press. They're pretty much all the same. But I had 6 plates on each side, which is nothing. And I did 15 reps with 6 plates on each side. So that's where my leg press is right now. And that's, if you're only squatting 2 plates on each side, you really have no business doing much more than 6 plates on the leg press. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck it. Jay, want to go to a swinger club? Yes. Well, Jimmy, I don't know where you live, but aren't most swinger clubs shut down because of COVID-19? When are you training in Lake Orion? You mean Lake Orion, Michigan? Shit. For some reason, I don't do any trucking in my home state of Michigan. Deedle the dog. Jay, you're a pathetic mess. Thank you. Oh, the piss gates are wide open now. Holy shit. Caddy McInnes. Do you regret not having children? Yeah, of course I do. But what I don't regret is ever being in a situation where I have to pay child support. Most people that pay child support are bitter as fuck. No, not headed to DC. And Big G just sent me $1.99. Who do you plan on fighting next? I don't plan on fighting anybody unless somebody's within an arm's reach and they talk shit. I'm not going after any of these keyboard warriors. The only good president would be the one who brings back segregation. Now, that's not nice. How would you like to be a black person traveling and pull off the road looking for a hotel room? In the hotel, before you walk in the lobby, it says, "Black people not welcome." That isn't cool. Cabby McInnes just sent $2. Why do you think you appeal so much to Misfits? I don't know. I guess I'm the ultimate misfit. I'm a 52-year-old virgin. I eat cream pies. I don't know. Someone please record that. Cabby McInnes, I love you too. You've sent me like $8. Beer money. Cabby McInnes is feeding the homeless tonight. Yeah, she is. I say she, just Cabby just sounds like a female. I don't know. I think I'm thinking of Gabby with a G. You're a dude. Okay, I'm sorry, Cabby. Am I saying your name right? Cabby McInnes. Is that Scottish? Yep. Okay, good. Cabby is a nickname. Did you beat your mom's boyfriend? Well, yes and no. I never actually punched the guy. So no, I never threw a closed fist at the guy. It's a troll name based on Gavin McInnes, because I don't know who that is. Eric Schutman, $1.99. Jay, I recommend no FAP.
Upcoming violation,
don't become
14-hour
Mark.
workday limit, 11-hour driving limit.
I don't think I jerked off today, but it's early. I'm addicted to jerking off to cuckold porn. Jay, what is your opinion on rim jobs? Well, that's a great question. And here's the deal. Nobody ever sets out to eat out an asshole. But sometimes you're with a chick that just has you so fucking turned on, and you may not even know you want to do it. And all of a sudden you find yourself in the position where her asshole's just right there, and you can't help yourself. It's almost like Big G just sent me $1.99. Are you and Adam on good terms now? And Pumps too. But I have no problem with Adam. Me and Adam did a knuckle bump after the brawl was over. Me and Adam are fine. But Pumps keeps running. Jay loves it when the cuck cleans the cream pie. Yes, out. When the bull pulls out and comes on the stomach, and then the female makes the cuck lick up the mess on her stomach, to me that's disgusting. Like I said earlier, if the cum is inside the pussy, basically at that point it becomes her cum. Have any of you guys ever seen a female dog in heat and a bunch of male dogs fucking her? It's really disgusting, because those male dogs that are waiting in line, the first thing they fucking do when the dog gets off of her is they go straight for that fucking pussy and try and eat all that cum out of there. It's disgusting. There's got to be something in the DNA of a species where the instinct is to get the cum out of there so that your cum is the one that reproduces. You're a bigger hypocrite than Lenny. I don't know about that. Maybe you genetic makeup is part dog, Jay. That's good. Lenny said the most disgusting thing a female can do is spread her legs for a PM. Do you agree, Jay? Yes. But think about Darwinism and the survival of the species. If what kept us alive and the reason we survived fucking evolution was when a submissive female was gangbanged, the guys in line sucked out the cum before it was their turn, and then they impregnated her. It was their genetics that passed on. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I think that's probably why dogs do it. Support your candidates. My candidate for 2024 is going to be the same candidate I liked in 2016, and that's Dr. Rand Paul, senator from this great Commonwealth of Kentucky. Blonde hair, blue eyes, family man. That's who I like. Senator Rand Paul from Kentucky. He's a Republican, but he's actually very libertarian. I'm definitely a Rand Paul supporter. Now, I'm not saying I don't like Ted Cruz, but Ted Cruz doesn't have a chance of winning. And I'll tell you why Ted Cruz doesn't have a chance of winning. To win nowadays, you have to win the suburban white female vote. And to do that, usually the more handsome candidate will always win. And suburban white females do not like Ted Cruz. And I understand why, because he's not a handsome man. No matter how intelligent he is and how great of a guy he is, he has a weak chin. And I think that's why Ted Cruz grew the beard. I think his advisors told him what I'm saying now, and he grew the beard to have a better face for 2024. I would vote for Ted Cruz in a second, but I don't think he has a chance because women seem to hate Ted Cruz. I like Mike Lee. I believe he's out of the state of Utah. My dream ticket for 2024 would be Rand Paul for president with Mike Lee as VP. I think that would win by a long shot. If you guys don't know who Mike Lee is, look it up. He's a member of the Freedom Caucus. He's a lot like Ted Cruz. He just I don't really care what Adam McLeod is up to tonight. Jason Genova, just stop. I read your comment. Well, no, Brad paid for the podcast equipment. But if Brad is actually controlling who comes on the podcast, Brad is only going to let people on that trash Jay Masters. Jay, even though Kalura used a condom, that doesn't mean he didn't leave any traces of his DNA in that chick for you to go down on them right after a pretty. There's no proof that happened. You guys are going off Brad's word. Remember, Brad is a scorned man after what I said about his kid. So Brad's going to say anything to make me look bad. Just keep that in mind. Have I said one bad thing about Brad? No, I haven't. Not tonight. But Brad continues to talk bad shit about me. So that should tell you something about character. Would you leave the Misfits and never speak to any of them for $1 million? Absolutely. I never actually admitted to eating any cream pie on this live stream. Go ahead and watch it again. I admitted to jerking off to cuckold porn, which I think more people than me are not willing to admit it. Cream pie eater Jay Masters. Okay. Bust out freestyle rap for the militia, me lord. I can't rap. My idea of good rap is fucking Vanilla Ice. Remember, I'm a white boy. I don't know shit about rap. I'm proud of that. Just knee wrap. Tim Borges, I don't know what you mean. I'm not putting knee wraps on my knees to save my life. I don't even do legs with knee sleeves, because I'm telling you, for a knee injury like mine, I don't like all that material in the back of my knee when I go down to the bottom, because all that material in the back from sleeves, I think is unhealthy for a damaged knee. I think the best way to train legs, if you're dealing with an injury or you've had an injury, is to train completely raw. I mean, if you need sleeves for sports, that's one thing, or sleeves for cardio, that's another thing, or sleeves to warm up. But I think all your lifting should be done completely raw if you have an injury, because knee sleeves, you have all that material bunched up in the back, and I'm telling you, that is not good for the knee joint. It's almost like a nutcracker effect. I don't know if any of you guys know what a nutcracker is, but think about it. Think about where all the force is when you try and crack a nut in a nutcracker. It's right on the fulcrum, which would be the knee joint. Nate has never cleaned up a cream pie. Well, that's because by the time his jet landed in Europe, Olivia had already had 3 showers. What do you think about bankers? I don't really think about bankers too much, because COVID-19 says, Jay, I'm in love with you. Well, you're probably a dude. What do you think about gas station sushi and nachos? No. I personally think even at a good Mexican restaurant, nachos are bullshit. Get away from me, bro. These gloves are coming off. I don't think that's exactly what I said, but it's kind of similar. I believe what I said, get away from me or these gloves are coming off. Would you ever do a cooking stream? Nacho's first episode. I could do some cooking in the future. Can I get a shout out for Gothic King Cobra J? What? Okay, shout out to King Cobra. I don't know what that means. Boca New York Jew versus French Canadian. Who's more annoying? Definitely the Boca New York Jew. The only thing I can say that I like about both those people is New York and Montreal both had original 6 hockey teams, the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens. Only real sports towns had a member of the original 6. If your town didn't have one of the original 6 in pro hockey, you're not a real sports town. Jay, you would have a heart attack playing hockey. I'm sure I would. Chris Overholt, yeah, your town's good, bro. No, I have no problem with Montreal. I would love to actually go up there one time, but I don't have a passport. Talk about your epic soccer playing in the 2nd grade. I played soccer between kindergarten and 9th grade. I played soccer for 10 years. ELC Hunter Joe Rogan versus Deer Hunter Dale Chance. I don't know what that means. You could have been a professional soccer player in Europe. No, I couldn't have. I barely made a travel team in fucking 9th grade. I played house soccer, where you just sign up for your city team, house league. I played house soccer from kindergarten to 8th grade. And I finally got picked up by a travel team in the 9th grade. And then after that, I quit. Jay, do you like soccer moms? Yeah, hell yeah. I like yoga moms too. Did you go to the doctor for the pec tear? Nah. I've been through enough injuries. I know this is going to be just fine. Moms in general, to be honest. Yeah, I think moms are the best fucks. I mean, at this stage of the game, you want to fuck a mom. Mom's got the best pussy. Moms are hot too. Why don't you want to be on the Misfit podcast? I'm not invited. Brad's in complete control. I heard through a mutual friend, I'm not naming names, but I was told that Brad will never knowingly ever be in the same place where he knows I'm going to be. Brad wants nothing to do with me. Andrew reached out to you. Yeah, Andrew texted me and said, "Do you want to call in?" I said, "Fuck no." Because when you call in the podcast, the people there at the table have the upper hand. So no, I'm not calling in the podcast. You should breed with Jane. I don't think Jane can have children anymore. Did you listen to the podcast? I'd listened to the first 8-9 minutes or whatever until Lenny went into that story about his car getting stolen. Then I turned it off. Are you an owner operator? No. You played a terrier pack. Unfortunately, that did happen. I don't think Brad will let the Cuban on the podcast. Do you need surgery on the pec? I don't think so. My rotator cuff and my bicep hurt more than the pec now. Start a new podcast with the Cuban. I'm not in town enough to do that shit. Yeah, I have no interest in doing podcasts. I'm just gonna focus on doing my own thing here on YouTube. You know, I got a long road back to recovery with the bench press. I mean, I'm going to be benching 135 for a couple of weeks. You know, then maybe 185, then maybe 225. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a long time before I ever go 275. What do you think about Anavar only? I don't know. Depends on your age. And if you're a chick, Anavar only is great. If you're a guy, you're going to need some testosterone. And if you're going to do testosterone, I would recommend putting another anabolic in the same syringe, like some EQ, some primobolan, or some Deca. I mean, from all the research I've done on collagen production, there's 4 steroids that are really good at producing collagen. Everything else basically decreases collagen. And the 4 big ones that are good for collagen are EQ, Deca, primobolan, and the only oral that's good for collagen is Anavar. So I would plan your cycles around using, if you're going to do Anavar, I would pick one of those other injectables to stack with your testosterone. Lou had the Top Gun look with the leather jacket and aviator shades. Well, the Top Gun look is sweet. Maverick, Goose. Julius Maddox, 800-pound bench possible. I don't know. Is that the guy I just saw do 700 for a triple in training? That guy is, if that's the same guy I just saw do 703 or something like that for 3 reps, what a beast. Yeah, I heard Lenny lost his transportation. I knew things wouldn't end well when Lou showed up to the fight drinking. I knew something bad would happen, and it turns out that Lou took the vehicle back from Lenny. I have no idea why Lou took Lenny's car. I really don't know anything about it.
Upcoming violation, 14-hour workday limit, 11-hour driving limit.
Yeah, I'm driving right now. If you guys believe what you just heard in the background. Jay, have you ever visited Tallahassee? Yeah, I've been to Tallahassee a couple times. Have you ever been to Chicago? Of course I have. Favorite film of all time, Jay? It depends on the genre. Comedy, I would have to say My Cousin Vinny. Serious drama, I would have to say Million Dollar Baby with Clint Eastwood and Hilary Swank, or maybe Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood. Lenny doesn't need a job. He's making so much cash on YouTube and all the other shit Lenny's doing. Dirty Harry's pretty good. I like all Clint Eastwood movies. Some of the spaghetti westerns are a little cheesy, but they're still pretty good. I tried doing Cameo, and I never got a good following on Cameo. Did you hear the newest Big Rob call? No. Lenny's going to be in trouble with the IRS soon. Is that true? Hold on. Planet Swole just sent me $2. Ever buy a Hooked in Windsor? No. I did do some key bumps in a bathroom in Windsor, Ontario one time, but I was like 19 years old. I'm not making bank, bro. Well, technically, I don't think McCuck could have attacked me, because technically I tapped out, didn't I? You can't tap out in boxing. Well, you gotta have someone in your corner throw in a towel. Well, we didn't have a ring. I didn't have anyone in my corner because there was no corner because we didn't have a ring. There weren't even ropes. So technically I threw in my own towel. Maybe we should have done it in a real ring. Alien vs. Predator. I never really enjoyed that movie. Kind of silly. Arnold made a lot of bad movies. I think the most famous quit in boxing is Roberto Duran when he said no mas. Yeah, I've seen Porky's. Come on, who hasn't seen Porky's? Next podcast is up. Jay just jumped off a bridge. Jay, I worked out for 4 hours today. Well, that's not very smart. They say your cortisol gets really high after like 50 minutes of training. So, what do you think about training in bad weather? Well, if you're climate controlled like Dale Chance, I don't have a problem with it. What's up, Niku? Hello from Finland. My grandfather was 100% Finnish. So, do you think Leo is autistic? No, I really don't know enough about Leo to say that. I think who's much more likely to be autistic is that other weirdo that is obsessed with me. He seems like a definite autistic. What do you think about Kalura's bench? I think Kalura's bench is probably. I mean, obviously, it's been outdone now, but at the time, Andrew Kalura's bench was the best bench press in history. And it probably was the best bench press in history for quite a few years, because he did 650 completely raw, which was insane. And really, no one surpassed that for a few years. And Kalura didn't really train specifically for a 1 rep max. Like what guys are doing now with bands and chains, and I don't think Kalura ever did any speed training, like what Westside calls dynamic effort, where you do a light weight for like 9 sets of 3. Kalura never did any of that. So Kalura probably could have easily, if he had someone who with a brain training him, Kalura could have probably easily done 700 at his next meet. So we'll never know. It's going to take me at least a year to ever put 405 on the bench again. Like I said, I'm going to get back to 225 rather quickly, and then from there, it's really going to slow down. Hey Jay, big fan. Any tips for training with back pain? Yeah, stretch your hamstrings. Most back pain is caused by tight hamstrings. Hold on, here's an idiotic comment. Speed does not transfer to strength. Jay, read Powerlifting Town's critique of Westside Barbell to understand why. Speed work just works because it's extra volume. I disagree. Didn't you call Kalura a retired homosexual? I don't remember exactly saying that, but shitty. Let's just stick to the facts. He had sex with a transsexual, and now he doesn't. So what does that mean? Jay, do you think Lenny is gay for pay? No. Lenny does it for pure sexual pleasure. I've seen Lenny make $200 on a live stream. Insane. Lenny is far more popular than you, bro. Okay, fine. I'm not in any competition with Lenny. I'm really not in any competition with anybody. Why do people love Lenny? Because he's the ultimate misfit. I mean, come on. Lenny's the poster child for the Delray Misfits. What do you think about Satanism? Stupid. I've never done SARM, so I don't have an opinion on him. Louis Simmons is a closet homosexual. I doubt it, but Cassidy Campbell said that was the worst fight he's ever seen. Well, Cassidy Campbell's an expert. Lenny seems like he is jealous of Dale. No one's jealous of a short guy, trust me. Does Lenny think he is gay? Absolutely not. Dale said he's 5'9". That's funny as fuck. What debate are you guys talking about? Dale and Leo longevity? I didn't watch it. That's definitely low IQ viewing material. Lenny doesn't really mean that shit about hunting. Lenny's just trolling Dale. Lenny is just as much of a troll as you guys are. In fact, Lenny's better at it because you guys believe him. Not welcome at Bradford Manor. Well, I guess that's an understatement. Brad said he won't even show up to anywhere where he knows I'll be at. So, of course, I'm not welcome at Bradford Manor. McCuck is going to be a pro boxer now. Great. What happened with Lenny's job at the hospital? No one really knows. Um, I personally think it was probably gorilla juice, but McCuck planted that fake fucking information implicating Big Rob, but I think that was all bullshit. Dylan Flower just sent $9.99, and he said #1 fan. Thank you, Dylan. Shit, I gotta piss again. Deedle the dog says, weak bladder like a woman. Thank you. I never knew I had sleep apnea until I did a sleep study. So I didn't know that I had symptoms. Would you take speed right now? Fuck no. Cabby McInnes sent me another $2. Do you have any breathing issues? Um, Actually, I'm due to give blood, so I have noticed in the past 2 weeks I've been a little short of breath, and that's because my red blood cell count is way too high. And when your red blood cell count is high, there's actually not enough room in your bloodstream for your blood to be carrying oxygen. So Thursday or Friday or Saturday, whenever I get to the doctor, or to the clinic and donate my double red cell blood donation, my breathing gets better immediately. Dylan Flower to send another $1.99. Thank you, Dylan. Yeah, but when you have too many red blood cells, your blood takes up too much space. There's only so much space in your circulatory system. So, yeah, having too many red blood cells is not good. Were you feeling tired and waking up a lot during the night before you got your CPAP? I don't really remember because that was like 5 years ago, but I know I sleep a fuck of a lot better now. One thing about having you trolls on here is you guys know science. It's great. Gabby McKenna sent another $2. Have you ever struggled with anxiety or depression? Of course, don't we all? It's called life. I mean, who doesn't struggle with a little bit of anxiety or a little bit of depression now and then? If you say you're not, you're lying. Are you still friends with Lenny? Absolutely. Make an OnlyFans? Why would I do that? I have nothing to offer on OnlyFans. Jay, what are your short-term goals? Cut back on drinking, lose weight, rehab the pec. D-ball only cycle thoughts. Well, you'll gain a bunch of weight and a bunch of strength real quick. Then you'll lose almost all of it. Is Kim Haynes hung more than Jason? No. Jim Haynes looks like Jeepers Creepers. I've never seen Jeepers Creepers. Who's the hottest female in the fitness industry? I really don't know. I mean, I mean, basically, from following Muscle Sport Mag and following Blackstone Labs, those are about the hottest chicks I see. And there's enough hot chicks on those two sites that I don't need to really go looking for anybody hotter. I'll tell you who I really like, and I think she's a Blackstone athlete. Is that Jen Aguirre or Jen McGuire? She's fucking hot. Dylan, another $4.99 saying keep it up. Thank you, Dylan. Why don't you ask a question? Thoughts on Jeffrey Epstein? I don't know. Jim Haynes sleeps with dogs. Well, that's not very nice. Do you think Celeste is hot, PJ's ex? I'm not personally not attracted to Celeste at all. I think she's kind of cuckoo, to be honest. That's just my opinion. Oh, Cabby McGinnis just sent another $2. Has your opinion on Trump changed? Um, Not really. I think he was a great president, did a lot of great things. I think that the last 2 weeks, he has really, really trashed his legacy. But his legacy really doesn't reflect all the good things he's done. I don't believe in vaccines.
Upcoming violation, 14-hour workday limit, 11-hour driving limit.
Why does my tablet keep saying that? Not even driving. Look, no hands, Mom. Fauci is a complete clown. Jimmy Seville, 1:28 in the morning in Austria, and I'm watching Jay. How's Austria these days? I bet there's some hot pussy there. I kind of like Eastern European women. Like Belarus, Romania. Call me crazy, but I think some of those brunettes that almost look like they're the wife of Dracula from Romania are hot as fuck. 63% homosexuality in Austria? That's fucked. You're so right. Romanian women are hot. Yeah, dude. Any chick with blonde hair, blue eyes, like a Barbie doll, can look okay. I mean, yeah, sure, they're hot and whatnot, but they almost look like urinals to me. For a chick to be really hot, you got to be a dark-haired brunette. And if you're hot as a dark-haired fucking brown-eyed girl, then you really are hot. I would take a fucking Bride of Dracula from Romania over any fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed fucking floozy that looks like a human urinal. Would you cream pie Celeste? Dude, I'm telling you, Celeste is so nuts. I don't think I would get associated with her. I mean, she seems cuckoo. I mean, I think PJ's hottest girlfriend is the one he had that still lives in Boca. What's her name again? I forget. I follow her. I should know her name. God damn it. I'm stupid. The one he was with right after Celeste. When he made all those videos crying about his divorce. That's a great way to fucking run a chick off, is cry about your ex. Salvina, yeah. Salvina's fucking smoking. And I know she's older, but I'm older. Salvina is fucking hot. Yeah, I know Celeste used to be a WWE diva, but I think all the steroids fucked her brain up. I think the hormones completely ruined her fucking life. She's a mess. I would take Salvina over Celeste any day of the week. Fucking cold here in New Jersey. My beard is itching so fucking bad. Yeah, I'll bet deep down inside, PJ wishes he had Salvina back. Salvina seems to have her head on her shoulders. She's an intelligent girl, a nice person. I mean, I've DM'd with her several times. She's cool as fuck. I think what happened between, well, besides PJ having that meltdown and crying about his divorce, that's one thing you never do. But I think one reason he fucked shit up with Salvina was because Salvina's real, man. PJ doesn't want someone that's real. He wants a bubblehead fucking moron that's just going to tell him how great he is. I want the same, unfortunately. Yeah, don't we all? We all want a woman who tells us how great we are, but sometimes you need a chick that gives you a little tough love. And that's probably what Salvina was for PJ. And I don't know if PJ has the personality for that. I mean, PJ's a great guy. And I like PJ. But I mean, who the fuck takes a fucking sweet Ferrari F1 or whatever, F12, whatever it is, sweet fucking car, and then fucking molests it by fucking modifying it, putting a twin turbo on it? He probably slowed that car down. If PJ wanted a twin turbo a car, he should have done that to his Challenger or his Corvette. Then he would have had a fast fucking car. And any of you guys that know about cars know I'm right. I mean, a twin turbo fucking Corvette or a twin turbo Challenger would beat the shit out of any fucking Ferrari in a drag race. Well, I don't think PJ changed out the pistons in that Ferrari. So it's probably still got high compression. So how much boost could he really be running with that twin turbo setup? Not much. That thing's probably got 11-to-1 compression out of the factory. And you really can't twin turbo a car with 11-to-1 compression. I mean, how much boost are you going to put to it before it blows up? To twin turbo a car properly, you got to swap it out for flat top pistons and lower the compression. Any muscle car guy knows that. Yes, the Romanian brunette chicks you mentioned are tough. Yeah, there's other countries over there too. I'm just using Romania as an example, but what's the modern day Transylvania? Like where the real fucking hardcore fucking scary looking fucking brunettes come from? Ukraine? No, Ukraine has blonde hair, blue eyed girls. That's Romania. Okay, well then I'm stuck on Romania then. I think Ferrari engines can handle a lot of power. Look at Ferrari and Formula Drift, twin turbocharged. Yeah. But they probably swap out the pistons so that they can boost the fuck out of them. The only advantage to twin turbo is putting a whole shit ton of boost to them. I mean, you could probably beat any car PJ owns if you went and got like a 2007 to 2013 C6 Z06 Corvette with a 7-liter, which is a 427, and just put a 200 horsepower nitrous bottle on it. I mean, those cars came with 500 horse, So if you take a 500 horsepower Corvette and put 200 horse of laughing gas on it, you're basically going to beat Hellcats in a drag race. And the nice thing about nitrous is you don't have to worry about traction at the starting line because you hook the car up, get it off the starting line, then you hit the fucking button. I really like those C6 Corvettes. Man, those 427 Corvettes, the few years they made them, those are badass rides. They got a 427 cubic inch engine, the Z06 at least, 400 or 500 horsepower, and it makes just tons of torque like a tow truck. You put a fucking blue bottle in your trunk of laughing gas, you're killing people. And you can get a C6 427 Corvette for like 30 grand now. I know every time I start talking about cars, you guys get bored. Will you ever buy your own car? No, my mom's going to buy me a Cummins diesel pickup. Have you ever ate butt? Of course I have. If you've ever been with a chick where you're so turned on that you lick her ass, that's a great feeling. But I'm Jay, would you ever drive an old school Caprice? Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. But I would yank that 350 right out of there and probably get a 454 small block crate motor. Yeah, if you've ever been with a chick that has you so turned on that you lick her asshole, that's a great feeling. But I want to warn you guys, don't ever, ever, ever on the internet or through text messages tell a chick you're going to lick her asshole, because when you finally get in person, you don't know if that chemistry is going to be there. So you got this chick all worked up thinking, oh my God, he's going to lick my fucking asshole. And then you finally hook up in person and the feeling just isn't there. That's shitty. That's real shitty. You could fuck her like a fucking dinosaur and she's still going to leave there, think being disappointed. So be careful with your dirty talk, what you tell a chick. Dylan Flower, $2.99. Big J, you ever genuinely loved a woman? Absolutely. I've loved many, and part of me loved them all. They didn't love you back. Yeah, that's probably true. Jane's toes were not that great. Trust me, guys. I did that for the fans. So you guys can all suck a dick. I don't want to bring up any chicks. That's just bad karma. Because you don't know how many of them are out there that might see this. And I could fuck up my chances forever fucking them again. Big says, I like Chevelles. Hell yeah. Nothing wrong with an SS 454. If you want a fast fucking car, there's no easier thing to start with than an old school Chevelle with a big block in it. Oh. I gotta piss again. Oh. You know, so the super chat is up to $46.26. I fucking love you guys. If we can get that up to $50 before I finish this cup of coffee, I will be forever grateful. Call me crazy, but there's no feeling in the world you get when you're on your knees looking up at you know what, and she tells you, you know the rest. I have to agree with Lenny. I tried it. That's disgusting. Holy shit, Dylan Flower just left me $9.99. Dylan, you're the man. What the fuck's wrong with you, son? You don't have to do that. Unless, of course, you're trying to build your channel and you're just bribing me to say your name, but that's cool too. And I want to be honest with you guys. I'm not here to make a bunch of money on these live streams. The main reason I monetized my YouTube channel was for the gym videos. So this is just fun. This is, I hope I'm giving something back to the fans. Holy shit, we've been on for 3 fucking hours. Lenny would have made $300, and I'm not even at 50 yet. No, I'm not going for 5 hours. I'm almost out of coffee. So we're going to be ending this in a little bit. Mommy, pay to get your truck out of impound? Well, technically she did. I mean, hold on. Someone just sent me $5 and said, go get a Hurricane. Blue STI, which is a kick-ass Subaru. Get a Hurricane with this. Good to see you doing a live again. Thanks, Blue STI. I like a WRX. I'll tell you what. When I lived back in Michigan, I went to a pro rally event. Some of you guys that are into car racing might know what pro rally is. I went to this pro rally event that was in the snow. It was called the Snowdrift Rally, and it was in Atlanta, Michigan, in about 2003 or 4. And fucking Subaru brought 2 factory-backed cars to this event that were all-wheel drive, obviously, because they were WRX, and they were built to the gills. I would imagine they were probably about 600 horsepower, and studded tires, just fucking built to the max. And watching those all-wheel drive Subarus in the snow was just amazing, because they would come out of the corner, get to a straightaway, fucking grab a gear and throw fucking snow up in the air about 100 feet up in the air off all 4 fucking tires. Just amazing. Those were some serious race cars. Straight from Japan. These were factory-backed fucking race cars. Conservative Cuban is probably back at home in Florida with his family. Conservative Cuban is a hard-working man, a good friend, novice bodybuilder who's learning as much as he can. You know, something I didn't know about the Conservative Cuban, his dad has been a weightlifter for 30 years or more. And the Cuban was telling me that when his dad was young, when he weighed 180, he put up 360 on the bench press. The Cuban's father was a legitimate twice body weight bench presser back in his day. And I guess now he's like 220, but when he was 180, he put up 360, which is impressive as fuck. Cuban is a big guy naturally, and he's still got a lot of baby fat because he hasn't been lifting that long. But I think someday he's going to be pretty muscular. Because shit, the guy I think is like 260 pounds. No, I haven't been live with Big Rob Fitness in a long time. I think Big Rob Fitness should look me up because I know he hates Adam McLeod. Because Adam McLeod fraudulently tried to accuse Big Rob of getting Lenny fired. I'll tell you what. I guarantee you, Big Rob Fitness would beat the living dog shit out of Adam McLeod in a boxing match. I don't have a problem with Big Rob Fitness. Everything that happened between me and Big Rob Fitness was the problem of the trolls. The trolls told Big Rob I was talking all sorts of shit. And yeah, I said some of that shit, but most of that was Johnny Bravo. I'd like to reunite with Big Rob Fitness. Thoughts on pull-ups and dips is a main workout. Maybe if you're a manlet. Is someone on here bad-mouthing Dominicans? You know what I like about Dominicans? Is they fucking hate Haitians. So I'll stick up for Dominican Republic. Those are good people. Hard-working motherfucking people. I don't know the history exactly, but I think like because Dominican Republic and Haiti share an island, and I think it must have been sometime in the 1800s. The leader of the Dominican Republic issued a fucking decree, and he put out a date, and he said after midnight, any Haitian on our soil needs to be beheaded. And the next morning, there were a bunch of fucking Haitians with their fucking heads chopped off. Haitians are like the Caribbean equivalent to oh shit, what's that African nation where Black Hawk Down was? I'm drawing a blank. Those Muslim blacks in Africa, East Africa, Somalia, yeah. Haitians and Somalians. Actually, that's an insult to Haitians. Somalians are probably the filth of the earth. I can't think of anyone dirtier that I've seen in the world compared to Somalians. They are just filth. And nobody likes Somalian truckers. Those are the ones you hear about that cut holes in the bottom of their trucks to shit out of. Oh, fuck Pomps. Pomps is probably the only person in the Genovaverse that I actually hate. I don't know anybody besides Hamburger McCook that likes Pomps. Pomps has completely ruined that Delray Misfits gear page. Pomps is a complete piece of crap. Fight Pomps next. No, I told you I'm not setting up any fights. I mean, I don't think Pomps would ever show up somewhere where he knows I'm going to be. I'm not wasted. Jay, can you please explain what started the beef between you and Hamburg? Yeah, I'd be glad to. Hamburg was in my private chat group, which I still have, which is loaded with people that I really don't know, but they're trolls that I've basically gotten to know and trust and like. And they're basically good guys, but they're trolls. They don't want their real identity known. And Hamburg was in there. And what Hamburg was doing was using information from the private chat group to try and make himself look better with other people. Like, for example, he would, if one of the trolls said something about someone they didn't like, Hamburg would message them and say, I don't know why XYZ has a problem with you. I think you're a really good guy. And once I got proof Hamburg was doing that, not once, not twice, but at least 3 times, Hamburg was fucking using information from the private chat group and trying to better himself by making other people look bad. Yeah, Hamburg is really somewhat of a despicable human being because we trusted him. That's why he was in the private chat group. I mean, I met Hamburg in person twice, I think, and I thought he was a friend, and he betrayed me. He did the same shit. Not only did he do that to the other guys in my private chat group, but he did it to me. Like people that I was beefing with. He would go to those people and say, I don't know why Jay thinks you're such a bad person. I really like you. I think you're a good guy. And then we busted Hamburg with sending out screenshots from the private chat group. And Hamburg had to go. Hamburg got kicked off the island. Hamburg is a piece of shit. Oh, there's Hamburger. Jay, you are a liar. Well, Hamburg, buddy, there's enough people that know I'm not. So I really don't care about your opinion. It's funny how Hamburg's on here, my YouTube account, which is now monetized, but Hamburg has me blocked on Instagram, which is free. If Hamburg wasn't such a pussy, he could hear everything I said on Instagram for free. But he's here making me money. How's that make you feel, Hamburg? Like a little cuck? Insecure little husband? Oh, wait, you're not even married. Your kids are bastards. That's right. Poor Hamburg. You are a liar, Jay. That's all he has to say. He doesn't defend himself. He just says, I'm a liar. Hamburg, the evidence is out there, bro. No, Hamburg has nothing to say for himself. Bradley Mailbrick says Hamburg's country has been taken over by Somalians. Unfortunately, Sweden is the most cuckolded country in the world. Poor Hamburg. You guys ever see one of Hamburg's live streams? He gets like 3-4 people. Kim Haynes, McCuck, and fucking Pomps. Total pathetic. I doubt his kids even respect him anymore. Looks like McCuck and Hamburg have all their other fucking accounts on here now. Hamburg, send me the video where I get punched in the face. Show me one. And Hamburg, better yet, why don't you post a video of your little arthritic hand even getting in a boxing glove? You know that hand of yours? Come on, Hamburg. There's no boxing gloves here waiting for you, Hamburg. What are you going to do? You guys need to know one thing. Any account that says anything good about McCuck is McCuck. And Hamburg is the same. Hamburg probably has dozens of accounts. Any account that says anything good about Hamburg is Hamburg. Swift Ritz, you did good, Jay. My aunt still loves you and thinks you're hot. How old is she? Jesus Christ. Send me a picture. If she's hot, Jay, what's the beef between you and stepdaddy? Who's stepdaddy? Listen to Hamburg. I challenge Jay to a fight when I visit Misfits next. Hamburg, I told you I'm not doing any prearranged fights. Ever. If you ever were in my presence and ran your mouth, you're gonna get a fucking fist to your jaw. There's not gonna be any set up fight. I'll probably be in Delray next, or not Delray, but I'll be in the area Valentine's Day. 6 weeks. I usually go out on the road 6 to 8 weeks at a time. So, but I'm not prearranging any fight. You're gonna have to show up, bare knuckle, with your crippled little fucking arthritic hand. And if you happen to show up because you heard I'm going to be somewhere and you run your mouth, you're going to get dropped on the spot. There's no set up fight. I'm never going to set up a fight. I learned my lesson. You don't set up fights. You never set up a fight. It's stupid because the pussies are always going to use the rules against you. That's the lesson I learned. Oh, Jesus. Hamburger's going to teach me a lesson. Hamburg couldn't even show up at the gym sober. Hamburg will probably be a big hero when he comes to Delray because Brad will kiss his ass for once. Brad, the guy who wouldn't give Hamburg the time of day the last time he showed up, will all of a sudden treat him like a hero. From McCuck to Hamburg, here we go. No, it's completely different. I'm not setting up a fight. With McCuck, I made the mistake of falling for a setup. I'm not going to fall for a setup. I didn't say I was going to fight Hamburg. I said I was going to knock him out if he ran his mouth in my presence. That's not a fight. I'm not boxing Hamburg. I'm not buying more gloves at Dick's Sporting Goods and showing up to a park on his terms. Listen to Hamburg running his mouth 2,000 miles away. Hamburg, I don't know if you've been keeping up, but I returned the boxing gloves. I don't even own boxing gloves anymore. So there's no setup fight. Not going to be a setup. All right, I'm going inside to get some more cold ones. Iced coffee, that is. Hamburg, you're a fucking pussy. You live 2,000 miles away. What's your plan? You're going to somehow time your plane ticket when I happen to be at home, and you're just going to show up at the gym when I'm training and challenge me to a bare knuckles brawl? Come on, bruh. How do you think that's going to wind up? A fucking foreigner showing up in an American gym, threatening an American to go outside and fight. I'm just going to drop you. And when the cops show up, I'm going to say, this fucking weirdo from fucking Sweden wanted to fight me, and I fuck. Hamburg's going to show up on some weekend where I'm not going to be there. He's going to drink with Brad and talk about how Jay Masters would not meet me. Dude, I'm working, Hamburg. Why don't you try getting off the socialism? All right, I'm going inside to get more cold ones. 3 hours and 32 minutes. It's been a great live. I love you guys. No, I'm not leaving the live stream on. It's been 3 hours and 33 minutes and 5 seconds.